Hi everyone, and welcome back to Wildcard Wednesday, April 7th, 2010. I hope for all of you that celebrate Easter, you had a wonderful and joyous Easter holiday. And today is my 100th video on YouTube. I was surprised when I had a look that I've made 100 videos, so woohoo for me. So in celebration of that, I'm going to make a card called Celebrate. And it's just a little reminder to celebrate the little things in life. It's great to sometimes keep these kind of cards handy for when people have small little accomplishments that they should be proud of. And I am proud of making 100 videos. So for this set, we're going to be using the word celebrate from the All About You stamp set. I know it's an older one, and I think it's discontinued, but I'm not positive. But if you don't have this set, I'm sure you can find Celebrate in another stamp set. So we're going to be using that. We're going to be using an orange cardstock. And I've cut this piece of cardstock. It is a standard size, but instead of cutting it along the width, I cut it along the length at 4 1/4. So it's going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but it's going to open this way. So we've got that. We've got our chocolate chip cardstock cut at 4 and 5 1/4. We've got our pretty blue cardstock cut at 3 3/4 and 5. So what we're doing by coming in by 1/4 is creating a little mat all the way in. Then we're going to be taking some printed paper. This is also from that Sweet Pea Designer paper collection. And I've cut this 2 inches by 5. And we're going to tear one end of it. We're going to also need some twine. I used Old Olive and I used the Sizzix Little Leaves die. And we're going to cut 2 leaves out of the Old Olive for that. And we're going to use our 1 1/4 inch circle punch and cut out a circle. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up paper. It can be any paper. I just chose this paper because I like the yellow inside because I'm making a little lantern out of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll put the card aside in the chocolate brown, and we're going to work with this. So I'd like you to tear down a piece of this printed paper. I'm going to take some chocolate chip ink and ink along the torn edge and also all the way around the whole piece as well. And then you're going to take some adhesive and adhere that to the front of the card. Take our little binds that we created with the Sizzix die cut, and I'd like you to place one down like that. And then we're just going to use a little piece of we want to extend it on, so we're just going to use this portion, the longest portion, just cut. Okay, so that's how our stem is going to look. I haven't adhered this piece on yet because I want to go on to make my paper lantern. So we have our little circle that we cut out from printed paper. I'm just going to try to find the center so I make sure it's more that you find the top and the bottom. And I want to just cut off the top a little bit of a kind of a semicircle, like that. And then I'm going to take that same piece that I cut off the top, lay it down, and cut it off. That ends up looking like that, like somebody took a little bite out of it. So we've got our lantern shape. The next thing we're going to do is run our twine over the branch like this. Make a loop like you're hanging it from a tree, and then add adhesive on the back. So you've got something that looks like this. So just lay that down. And now you have your lantern. Decide where you want it to be, probably a little bit higher, maybe about a half an inch down. We're going to take a foam or a dimensional or a piece of foam tape and just place that right over your twine. Like so. So there's our paper lantern, and then we're just going to trim our little ends here. We're going to take from the scraps that we had from trimming our cardstock. We have a piece of the blue and a piece of the brown. The blue is 2.5 by 1 inches, 2.5 wide by 1 inches tall, and the chocolate brown is 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. We're going to stamp the word celebrate on the blue cardstock in chocolate brown ink. Take some chocolate brown, sponge around. That is going to go on our card front, and we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Or turn around the corners of the card, and then ink it all the way around. Got our celebrate there, and now we're going to mount that on top of the chocolate chip with dimensionals. And then we're going to raise it up even more by mounting it on our card front that we've inked in chocolate chip, and we're going to use some foam tape and mount that on the. We have a really cute celebration card to celebrate the little things in life. Thanks for helping me celebrate my 100th video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.